Welcome back to Kirby's Adventure. In the last episode, we cleared the first two worlds, and in today's episode... Oh, that's not a good sign. In today's episode, we're gonna blow up, apparently. We're going to level 3 butter building. Stages are gonna be a little bit more difficult, a little bit longer from here on out. But nothing too bad. Let's get out of the way of that bomber. Butter building is kind of a fan favorite for its music, I think. It's honestly one of the best pieces of music in the game. So much to where I think it even has like parts of it where the melody sounds a lot like the intro theme to Super Smash Bros. Melee. And that's pretty cool. Alright, Laser, you've had your chance. I want to show off more Mike. Let's robo karaoke. Never mind. Fucker jumped up to get me. Oh, no, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Alright. Down here is a secret door that leads us to another secret door, which in this case leads to our first switch. Besides, you know, the one I'm playing on. Switches will A, refill all of your health, but B, will also open up areas in the overworld that you otherwise couldn't access. No. Fireball, man? My laser wasn't strong enough. Oh well. It wasn't fast enough, it wasn't strong enough. Too many frames of startup. Alright, we have another arena here now. Might be worth going in here just to check what power we get. Wheel? I don't really think that's worth it. Okay. Come here. Grand Wheelie's also kind of a weird fight, too, because sometimes he jumps a lot, which makes it a bit harder to launch his children back at him. Alright, let's get that health. I don't think Wheel is really going to be that useful for this stage, but I've been proven wrong before. I've been proven wrong dozens of times. Pretty common occur. That is a lot of slowdown. Alright. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Do not go to your doom! Okay. I didn't realize that was gonna happen. Jeez. Let's show this off, because we haven't. Stone! Turns you into a big old rock. The real novelty of stone is, well, besides turning into a rock, is that you are invincible and will also slide down hills as well. Once you're actually a rock. The other thing is that in a lot of the later Kirby games, they started making it so that the stone would actually turn into, like, different kinds of statues and whatnot. Hey, it's another wheelie! Alright. Give me your young. Do not give me your you. Not interested. There we go. I'm taking a lot of damage here. Yeah, I kinda need to be a little bit more careful here, huh? Alright, drive past. I don't like this setup here. Hang on. Can I convince you to... Yeah, go over there. No! We can at least get that one up. I have a feeling we're gonna... Oh, right. Bugsy. We're definitely... Ow! Okay, alright. Let's move. Let's move. Let's not get under him. Damn, I was hoping to not die. I was hoping to not get a death in this game. But hey, sometimes that's just how it works. Ice is very similar to fire, except it's ice. And the other thing is, like freeze, it will actually freeze enemies into ice cubes that you can kick into your opponent. How did it go that way? Oh wow, you have a lot more reach on that than I thought. Give me your children. There's a concerning amount of boss fights in this game which are just take children and throw them at their parent. Welcome to Kirby. Nice, we got backdrop though. Backdrop was always one of my favorite powers. Just cause it looks cool. And nice! We got the first place bonus. That will grant us a free 1-up. Alright. We will be demonstrating what backdrop... Oh, that's a solid object. Wow. Backdrop. Inhale an enemy, and then press any direction to perform a different slam. You can slam the opponent in a variety of ways, so for instance we can do that. Nice little suplex. You can throw in enemies behind us. We can get hit. Another one of these rooms. There we go. I think there's actually something up here. In one of these stages, I want to say. Maybe it's not this stage. Maybe it's a later stage. Alright, there's a little bit of a door maze here. It's not that much of a maze, in all honesty. These doors will take you to the opposite side of the tower. Sometimes they contain pickups that you want, however. There we go, sword. I find it funny that sword is dropped by two enemies that look kind of different from each other, but they both have the same attack pattern. It seems a little silly, but eh, what can you do? Another museum. Let's check what's in here. High jump. Buy jump. We don't need that. Not yet, anyway. Alright, take the warp star. Continue climbing up Butter Building. I swear, there's like a secret up here in one of these. I honestly, for the life of me, can't remember where. Oh well. We've got ourselves another Meta Knight fight. Another meta fight. Not actually meta fight, though. This is a different game. This ain't Sunsoft, this is Nintendo. Now they're gonna start dropping from the sky, too, because, I mean, it's not always places for them to come out horizontally. Yep, what I'll do is I'll get the drop on this guy. Let's not even worry about using copy powers. In honesty, while copy powers are great in this game, a lot of them are A, kind of one-trick ponies, and B, there's a lot of situations where using just star shots is just as viable, if not more so. It's also a very short stage, too. A lot of stages in Kirby are generally kind of simple and short. Pretty different from how they are in a lot of the later games where they become a lot longer. And we've got our last minigame here. Quick draw. If you've ever played Kirby Superstar, this is Samurai Kirby. Press the A button when it flashes. I am really bad at this. Case in point, 26. Yikes. $21. Okay, we're getting a little bit better. Damn. Every enemy you defeat will get you a hat, though. And every hat you collect is worth a number of points. I believe you get either a 1-up or a 3-up if you can manage to do it perfectly. But I ain't perfect. Not by a long shot. I know myself, I am absolutely not perfect. Oh, this might be the one I'm thinking of. Run all the way. Run, baby, run. No, it still isn't. What? Am I thinking of a different video game entirely? Am I even thinking of a video game? There we go. I forgot to mention this as well, but this is also actually the game that introduced the Super Star Shot. So basically, when you inhale multiple enemies at a time and then launch them out, they actually become a bigger star that deals more damage. So case in point, we knocked a lot of health off this monkey man here. Let's get one of everyone's favorite powers, Hammer. Hammer in this game isn't as good as it is in previous games, but it's still very good. It's an attack, it's a utility, it is one of two things that can pound these stakes, the other being, stone. And it's one of, I think, 2 powers that can break steel blocks as well. So if you encounter any gray steel blocks, gray steel, then use Hammer. Yeah, I must be thinking of something else then, because I'm pretty sure if there was a secret like that, I would have had it by now. Then again, muscle memory not always... Or memory is not always the best thing. I probably should have taken laser here. But one of the hammer. These bombers, if you get too close to a bomber when it explodes, you will be taking damage no matter what. Unless you are already in iframes from an attack. Or using something with invincibility. You do not want to get too close to them. They will give you Crash Kirby if you suck them up. But you don't want to get too close to them in order to do that, because, I mean, otherwise you might not be able to avoid the onslaught. The horrifying power that they wield. Basically being sapient nuclear weapons. They kind of even play that... Well, are they sapient? I don't know, they're walking around. They probably have personalities. They probably have lives. They probably have day jobs. Oh, I swear. Like, this looks suspicious, right? The fact that the tower is kind of like this looks suspicious. I'm not the only one who thinks so. Actually, shoot, no. That requires a little bit of speed. You bring the razor blade, I bring the speed. Take off your coat. It's gonna be a long night. smack him with that. Ah, the dark rooms. Okay. It's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna have to show this power off eventually, so let's show it off now. This is Light Kirby. Shoots a firework. It lights up dark areas. This room looks really cool. Light Kirby is useless. Most of the time when there's dark areas, you really don't have to worry too much about hazards. Although you cannot see the floor, which is, I guess, a good hazard to look out for. But Light Kirby doesn't damage enemies on screen. It doesn't do any sort of damage at all. It has no boss utility. It is just simply, like, light up the room. Alright, I was bad at this last time. Let's see if we can get at least 20. Nope. He always throws one that throws me off. 3,000 points. Points do nothing. There's another warp door. Alright, let's get into our third fight here. Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright. This is a unique kind of double boss. You have to fight Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright. They both fight at roughly the same time. One of them takes lead and the other is kind of on the back line, kind of providing support. It's not a particularly difficult boss, but it is really cool because depending on which one you're fighting, either the sun or the moon is going to be in the sky, and that obviously affects certain things. Also of note, ooh, that's a lot of slowdown. Every star they have also has a power associated with it as well. The ones that the sun shoots down are fire, and the ones that the moon shoots down are cutter. Yeah, there we go. Nope, give me that. Okay, or you can just Hadouken me. That works too. This isn't exactly a hard boss, but I'm not doing the best at it right now. I was hoping I could get another, hiccup there. There we go. Not too shabby. We've, completely ruined the planet by destroying the sun and the moon. But not too shabby. That brings us on to World 4, Grape Garden. Grape Garden is another one that has really good music to it. It's a shame this is also kind of, from what okay. I guess the Inhale has some iframes to it that I wasn't aware of. Because that fireball totally should have hit me. Like, I'm not imagining that it just passed by me, right? I'm not... Future Tales will have to edit that in. God, it's been a little while since I've relied on Future Tales, huh? The idiots of the tomorrow, today. Alright. There's nothing hidden here as far as I'm aware. Ooh, right, this area. I know this place. This grants us another UFO. In fact, there's a bunch of UFOs in this room. By that I mean only 2. Alright. That little jolly looking guy actually grants us Ball Kirby, which... I mean, Kirby is already a sphere, so it kinda... seems a little bit pointless. Ball Kirby is actually pretty decent once it gets going, from what I remember, but it's a weird and difficult power-up to use. Also, you see this? Of course you don't. But it's an entrance, and it leads you to another switch, which is going to open up a little bit more Grape Garden here. The only hint you get for that is that it actually breaks this kind of checkerboard pattern here because there's that star block there. If this star block wasn't there, then you would probably have no idea that there was even a secret there unless you got it by accident. Oh right, that's the other crummy thing as well. Charge shots with UFO do not break through walls. They actually have no penetration to them. I want to keep some UFO power. Although this might be one of the games where you can't keep UFO. There we go. Yeah, no, we don't keep it. You can't bring it with you, kid. Oh well. Alright, more butter building. More butter. Give me the butter. Oh, we're climbing on the roof here. Okay, didn't even realize that. Poppy Brothers Jr., give me your face. Give me all of your faces. Interesting, funny looking room here. Okay, it's not that funny. No, are you kidding me? This room looks hilarious. Look at it. Oh man, look at how crazy and funny this room is. So kooky and wacky. Wow, that's real rad, man. Nah, we didn't even need that tomato. Another thing that kinda is throwing me off here is that it's up to hover and not just repeatedly tap A. In a lot of the later games, they made it so that you can just hit the jump button repeatedly and... okay. They did not give me burning for that. Burning would have been very useful for dodging these spikes. Alright. Oh, the double feature. Double mint gum. There we go. Do a little bit of hovering. There we go. And I can use one to kill the other. Oh, did I say kill the other? I meant leave him with 1 health. Of course, silly me. What am I thinking? Huh? Oh, man. Oh, that crazy nutty Kirby. Oh, man. At least we haven't missed a secret yet. I was paranoid through World 3, but apparently I might just be thinking of a different thing altogether. Oh, I might be thinking actually the secret room in the boss tower. Now that I'm, you know, braining about it. Now that you can hear those gears turning and smell the smoke. There is no way we're getting this fellow. Oh, never mind, we could get him. Oh, we could get him. Hell yeah, nice. That is another 4-up right then and there. It's a lot easier than I expected it to be. Which means we're gonna lose all the other sub-games. Oh, this. First introduction to this mechanic. Certain enemy abilities can actually be used to solve puzzles. Here's a puzzle for you to solve. What do we do with this fuse and this cannon? The answer may surprise you. Duck into the cannon and... we go to a nice secret room with a 1-up. That's kind of an introduction to it. This mechanic is only used for secrets. You don't need to use it for anything else. But they get a lot meaner with how it works, too. Like, in a lot of the later levels, the fuses are very short and are very quick, basically making the timing super strict. I believe there's one in particular in World in the last world. That's pretty difficult to get. Also, Kabus can just teleport. What's up with that? Unfortunately, we don't have anything that can break these barriers. I believe you actually need hammer to break crates. So we don't have anything there, but we know that room is there, so it's gonna count for completion. Let's move on to the airship. Which airship is this? Is it the Enterprise? Is it the... Could be the Prima Vista? Could be, Oh yeah, also these. You might be thinking, wow, these fan blades look like they're going to hurt you, and the answer is they don't. They're in the background, actually. Oh god! That could have been a little bit scary. A little bit scarier than I would have liked it to be. I don't want horror in my Kirby games. I say, as Kirby is known for kind of its weird, bizarrely creepy stuff sometimes. Although this was before that. Like, the scariest thing this game has is Nightmare, and he's really not that frightening, honestly. In fact, I honestly think just Nightmare just looks pretty rad, but that's just me. Getting another one up now, yes! There is a secret in this stage that we are missing. Ooh. I'll have to cover that. So, doors will actually turn white when you've collected all the secrets in the stage, but will be yellow if you haven't. I wasn't even paying attention there. I should have been paying attention. Right. We do it once again. Damn. Always at the 21. I was never good at reaction games, honestly. Which, now that I think about it, probably explains why I'm so bad at fighting games. Let's try to find that secret we missed then. Meet you guys back there. Ah, here it is. It's a little bit devious. It's past where you need to go. But that presses the switch. I'll meet you guys at the end, because I don't think you can actually quit the level. Actually, never mind, you totally can. And that opens up the museum for stage 4, which is Sleep and Ball. Not a great set of powers. I'll show them off, though. First up, Sleep. Just take a nap. Just take a nice little rest. A siesta. Sleep does nothing. And it is a troll power-up that they will... a power down, really, that they will give you in a lot of later stages. Ball, meanwhile. Let's get the ball rolling. Hold the A button to continuously bounce. I believe while you're flashing, you're invincible and can damage enemies. It is much better in rooms with ceilings, however, because then you can utilize the power of bounding off the ceilings to become an elastic death machine. Yeah, you can't even really roll into enemies. Oh, we got this music already? This is the World 7 music. Got ambushed by the wall of Kabus there. That is a pit. Good news, I figured it out. Alright, let's just run around. Get past those birds. Aw, hell yeah, this kind of section, alright. So wheel can turn around, which is actually very useful for what's gonna go on here. This is a race against the clock. Try to get in there before time runs out. It will take you to the same place naturally, but even so. Oh, you! This guy's Toss Turtle. He only appears in this game. He was replaced with an elephant later on. But Toss Turtle is a bastard. Like Bugsy, if you get close to him, he will grab you. Making any kind of contact at all is bad. But he is also pretty quick sometimes, too. He can be very fast if he wants to. Which is weird for a turtle. Alright. We get Backdrop's counterpart. Throw. Suck up an enemy. Then yeet them into space. You can throw multiple different angles. It's not the most useful power, which is why they kind of combine it with Suplex later on. But it's still cool to just pick up a guy and beat him with another guy. Oh, speaking of which... Now, you cannot inhale mini-bosses to throw them, but you can inhale their projectiles. Or, more likely, just use star shots on them. Oh, come on. Oh! He bounced off the wall. Bugsy. I'm taking your corpse. Your body privileges have been revoked. Let's move on to or stage 5 here. Alright, we get more invincibility candy. It's not a background object. That is, in fact, a ground object. Just a ground object. It ain't in the foreground, it ain't in the background, it ain't anywhere. There we go. Alright, if you go past the first door, there is a secret second door. Which, I forget if this takes you anywhere. Oh, it takes you to a Meta Knight fight. Okay. Right, the spear guys. We haven't seen the spear guys yet. We haven't seen the spearmen yet. There we go. Didn't look like it did much for us. There's one thing I kind of miss about this version of the game compared to the Game Boy Advance remake, is that I like how the backgrounds look like actual areas. But at the same time, like, the kind of weird psychedelic backgrounds they have in Nightmare in Dreamland are also really good. Nightmare in Dreamland is just a gorgeous looking game, especially for a Game Boy Advance game, but... Alright. More Gordos. Dodge out of the way. Thankfully they don't deal increased damage or anything, but I still don't want to touch them. They're spiky. Spiky, me no likey. It's 5 out of the way. I don't think we're missing anything. Yeah, because stage 6 is going to open up the warp door in the boss, so... Let's do this. Alright, these guys, may as well show them off. These are Scarfies. They're adorable, but not if you try to eat them. If you inhale near a Scarfie or try to inhale near one, they will come at you. Otherwise, they're perfectly cute if you just leave them alone, at least in this game. They're bastards in some of the other games. But they're perfectly fine. They're just kind of chilling and vibing. But usually they put Scarfies in a lot of areas where you kind of want to inhale, because there might be a copy power you want, and oftentimes that leads to them, well, going on the offense. You. I'm borrowing your power. I will return it once I am dead. Just kidding, I will never return it. I thought I had done that right, so I could actually jump up and grab that power too, but this game's a little unresponsive sometimes. I think that's my biggest gripe here, is that I'm so spoiled by the Game Boy Advance version having a little bit better control and feeling a little bit less slippery. Alright, this is the second dark room. Actually, I think there is a secret in this room, so we might actually want to use light. But I need to respawn that light bulb guy. I need your body. I believe somewhere in here there's actually a secret door. No! I'm a giant idiot. Let's try that again. Once more with less dying. More living. Dogs should be raw and living. There we go. There's the secret door. Click that. The button to open the warp room appears. Other than that, I don't think we need light for anything, so I think we're good to keep sword for the time being. I say as I immediately lose sword. Well, let's find out. Yeah, no, we didn't need it. That goes there. Alright. How are you a puzzle solving? Pound some pillars. That brings that up there. And that brings that up there. And now we've got stone in an area that we can't really use it that well. Oop, I actually wanted to get that vitality drink, but oh well. Alright, and with that, we get to move on to our next boss. And this one gave me a lot of trouble as a kid. You want to get high jump here, because we are actually facing off against Krako. And Krako is the only multi-phase boss in this game, aside from the last boss. This first phase with Krako Jr. is basically, he is an advancing wall of death. He will destroy the platforms underneath you, so you want to be careful. And then Krako Jr. evolves into Krako Sr. for a big boss fight here. If you fought him in Dreamland, you can probably fight him in this game. It's just that because there's a little bit more screen space, you might actually want to use that high jump power. Otherwise, it's a little bit harder to hit him. How did we dodge that? We are good at this game, and we are good. Alright, the other thing to consider is that there is no guard button in this, so... Come on down, Kracko. You're the next contestant on The High Jump is Right. By right, I mean right in your face. There we go, that's level 4 down. We got to move on to level 5, Yogurt Yard. But that's gonna be for another video. Tired and need a little bit of a break. Let's roll on downhill to Yogurt Yard, which we'll do in the next episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Tales of Frogga signing out. And if you enjoyed this video, then why don't you hit the button that says, hey, I enjoyed this video. But thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.